Hello! Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mahsa, and today I will walk you through how to paint a beautiful winter scenery using acrylics paint. Are you ready? Let's get started. First things first, I would like to show you the colors I'm using today. I really enjoy using Amsterdam's acrylics colors as they are super vibrant and easy to use. If you don't have these exact colors, that's perfectly fine. Use your creativity and try to use similar shades, or if you're feeling bold, just try to combine different tones and see what you get. And if it feels right, by all means, give it a try. Of course, you need a canvas, a glass of water, some paper towels, a palette, and a few brushes to get started. This is the painting we'll be painting together today. If you are also attempting to paint along with me, please share your artwork via social media and tag my username so I can see what you've done. Super excited to see what you will do. Alright, let's get started. I'm planning to do 2 winter theme paintings on one canvas, and that is why I already have blue masking tape on my canvas. I use a pencil to sketch where I want the ground to be as an indication for myself. Then I go right ahead and use titanium white on my canvas where I'm planning to paint the sky. I mix a bit of the 2 shades of yellow that I have on my palette and add it to the canvas to brighten up the sky. You might notice that the mix of yellows also mixes with the titanium white that we already added to the canvas, which in return creates a beautiful soft shade in the sky. I go ahead and add a bit of vermilion to create a bit of contrast and shade in the middle of the sky. I go back and forth between the shades of yellow and vermilion and layer up the tones to bring out a bit more vibrancy. Just as a reminder for you, with acrylics paint, try to always go from the lighter tones to the darker ones. So here you see me going back and forth between the yellows and the vermilion and the titanium white. That's okay, but don't go right ahead and add blue in the middle of the sky right now, because then you will get a very dark shade of green, and that is not what you want. I wash my brush, dry it, and set it aside. And then I go ahead and add a bit of the 2 blue colors that I initially introduced at the beginning of the video, together with oxide black to my palette. I add a bit of white on top of the canvas. Without washing my brush, I take a bit of brilliant blue, ultramarine, and just a touch of vermilion and mix them together on my palette. You see that now we have a beautiful darker shade of blue. I add it to the top of the painting, on top of the white paint that we already had on the canvas. You see that they blend together and they create an even softer shade of blue. Now I will go ahead and add a few clouds in the sky. Use titanium white in a playful way and see where you want where you would want your clouds to be. Do what feels right for you, and if you're not sure, just try to follow along what I'm doing here. I want to give time for the sky to dry before I add more clouds. So in the meantime, let's paint the ground. I want the scenery to have a ground full of snow. Go right ahead and take a bit of titanium white and paint the ground. I use a bit of the blue shade that we previously created for the sky and add it on the ground's line. And I try to blend the tones with the titanium white that we already had on the ground. You can see that there's a very nice hue from a darker to a lighter tone being created from top to bottom. And now that the sky is also dry, you can go right ahead and add a few more clouds in darker tones and lighter tones to the sky. Next, I'm using a pointed round brush to paint the trees. Wet your brush and tap it on the paper towel a bit to soak up the excess water. We are now going to use oxide black for this part of the painting. Let's take a closer look at how I paint the trees. With the tip of your brush, paint a vertical line from top to bottom above the ground. And then slowly go left and right until you reach the ground. Just remember, practice makes perfect. You don't have to have the exact sizes of trees on this painting. That is not the reality as well. So just try to have fun with it. As you might have noticed, I did not paint all the trees to the ground. That was done on purpose because I wanted to add a bit of fog and mist at the bottom of the trees, just above the ground. For that, I am mixing some titanium white and a bit of oxide black together on the palette for the mist. Slowly, in a clockwise direction, softly add the mist's color to the canvas. If your trees are still wet, you will see that it will create a beautiful shade of mist and fog on top of your trees, and also takes a bit of the darker tones of the trees into the mist, creating a hue of lighter gray and darker gray. It's perfectly fine to have some of the sky's yellow colors still showing on your canvas. That just makes the painting a bit more realistic to have light passing through the fog. Lastly, we go right ahead and use a bit of the mix of gray we created earlier with brilliant blue and ultramarine and add it to the ground for some shadows. Use a bit of titanium white on top of your darker tones to show that you have snow piled up right in front of your trees. I hope you enjoyed watching and painting along with me today. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comment section. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you have recreated this artwork, please share it with me by tagging me paintings by Mahsa on social media such as Instagram or Facebook, and I'll have a look. Thank you again and hope to see you soon.